Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Today in Brevard Sports. I'm Brian McCallum. I'm here at Sally High School with Florida Today's own Mike Cherry. Welcome, Mike.
Well, good to be here, Brian. We get to get out of the office for a change.
We're outside again. We were at Cocoa High School last week. If you missed it, you can check it out online at floridatoday.com. Today we're here at Satellite High School where there's a new football coach. We're going to meet Andrew Disney, talk to him a little bit. We're going to talk to Nicole Shiver, who we just talked to about cross country. She's the third of three Shiver girls who have all been very talented runners and all-around athletes, really, and she's the last one here at Satellite High who's going to try to make a big difference for this school. Then we're going to look at a video golf that Peter Kerasotis tried out, kind of a virtual golf thing that he tried out down in Vero Beach. We'll have Peter show us that. He's out of town, so we won't have a commentary this week. That's what we'll have from him. Of course, right here across the beach is the Atlantic Ocean. Maybe you've heard of that, and we're going to give you a surf report. I've seen a lot of guys pulling up to the beach with surfboards, so the storms that are showing up now in the Atlantic are really starting to bring the waves higher. We finally got a surf report that we actually talk about surf. But you talked to Andrew Disney earlier. I've already met him before. Very cerebral guy. What do you think about him?
Yeah, well, I think he certainly talks a good game. I think a very intelligent guy, and from all accounts, was a very good assistant. Most recently at Cocoa Beach, Tony Piccolo's staff. Again, it's a tall order here. Other coaches have come in. The last one, Bob Mantillo, was very enthusiastic. Had been a successful wrestling coach here. I think ended up with 3 wins here. It's a tough sort of culture to turn around. You know, you feel like from talking to him, if anybody can do it, he can do it. And they've made a lot of changes to the facility itself, including the field house, which is just off to our right. You know, why not? Maybe he has a chance. You know, if nothing else, if they win 2 or 3 games this first year, especially with the district play in, I think that's a great step for Satellite.
Well, let's take a look at the video. Mike talked to Andrew Disney just a few minutes ago. Judge for yourself what you think about this guy.
Andrew, coming over from Cocoa Beach, what was the appeal of the Satellite job?
I think there were a number of things that made this job attractive to me. Certainly, the location is important. I'm a beachside person. I want to stay beachside as much as possible. Watching this team over the past 6 years, coaching at Cocoa Beach, I saw the potential here. I felt like it was time for Satellite High School to be competitive in football, and I see no reason why they cannot be.
What do you think is the biggest challenge here in the first couple of years that you're here?
Well, I think simply changing the mentality. There needs to be a mentality of excellence that transcends out of the classroom, into the weight room, on the football field, and into the community. I think there's been an attitude here that we will settle for less. We'll settle for what is easy, what comes easy to us. And we understand that some of the best things in life require diligent perseverance and really hard work. And I think these kids are starting to understand that. And the ones who do not understand that, those are the ones who perhaps are not fit to be on the football field and represent Satellite on Friday nights.
After about a week and a half of practice, what do you see as maybe the characteristics of this team? Maybe some areas where you think you guys will be respectable and maybe even good.
Well, I think even in the down years, Satellite defensively had a unit that was physical. They were hitting people. Perhaps the schemes were not there. The cohesiveness of the unit wasn't there. And we're trying to build on that. We want to be known as a team or be identified as a team that is physical, a team that is going to come out and hit people. And we want to be fundamentally sound, and we want to be sound in character as well. We want to be a team that never gives up, a team that stays together, and a team that believes in what we're doing.
Real quick, give me maybe a couple names you think that people will hear a lot from maybe by midseason or so.
Well, you know, certainly Mason Smith is going to be a dynamic player for us. He's going to be playing both sides of the football. He's got great size and speed, and colleges from all over want to talk to Mason. Our quarterback, Josh Massanova, is a junior, has terrific physical numbers, is starting to understand the football game. On defense, Justin Hatton playing our middle linebacker, Bobby Lee playing the Sam linebacker, Riley Fee playing corner, Sam Yang playing corner, Michael Harris, who came over to us, played for me at Cocoa Beach, is playing here. He's a dynamic player. We've got some players, and we've got some size up front. James Fanto, Nate Murray, Chris Sears, Kyle Lizer, Mark Maynard. I mean, we have some kids who are ready to play and ready to show that Satellite is not simply a school that wins the all sports trophy in the country club sports. We want to compete on the football field first and foremost.
Smart guy, Mike. Probably smarter than me and you put together.
Easy.
But he's one of 4 new coaches. We're going to throw Mike Davis in there, even though he's been a head coach in Brevard. He's now at Heritage High. I had to write him down. There's so many of them. Derek Smith at Bayside, who has come from Palm Bay. He's also the AD now at Bayside. Larry Laskowski at Rockledge. You went out and met Derek Smith this week. Tell us a little bit about him. What do you think?
Well, I found out a little bit about him. He's a former Palm Bay assistant for about 10 years under Dan Burke, was a coordinator there. Went to Bayside last year, and then when Davis and Greg McGrew, the AD, left, he assumed both jobs. He, along with some other coaches in the county, really think that's the other team to watch this year. And I'll include Astronaut in that too, but I think Bayside with their size, returning quarterback, a move to a spread offense, I just think that a lot of people think this could be a really good year for Bayside. And as we said last week, the big thing for Bayside is they need to win a district and win a playoff game to take the next step, because I think they've established now that they're a big enough school and a talented enough to at least get into the playoffs.
And what they do, I guess we'll say Mike Davis will get a little bit of that credit. He built the program there. I don't know that we expect much from him at Heritage, not because of him, but because they're all freshmen and sophomores. You've been out there, and I met Larry Laskowski, who's the new coach at Rockledge. He's not a new coach at Rockledge. He's been at Rockledge forever, in about 3 years, but he's now the head coach. A very different personality than Coach Lusk. He's a very talkative guy. Coach Lusk is an ex-Marine. He's a very serious guy. Both nice guys. And may not be a big change because there's so many of the same staff members there. But I'm curious mostly about something that we'll write about not too long from now, Space Coast and now Vieira taking players away. It hasn't seemed to hurt Cocoa. I think it's maybe hurt Rockledge more. Do you have any feelings about that?
I think that Rockledge is still getting a decent number of athletes. Vieira did take some away from them. I don't think it's hurt Rockledge that much. I just think a lot of what happened with Rockledge last year was injuries, and maybe the chemistry went downhill quick and than expected. Their quarterback was hurt most of the year. At Heritage, it'll be interesting what they're doing, because they're going a different route than some of the other schools, in that they're going to play an all-varsity schedule, but against much smaller teams than, for instance, Vieira played a JV schedule and then the second year launched into district play. 2 years, Heritage will play as an independent, and against schools that they probably won't play again, like MCC and Holy Trinity and stuff like that. Mike Davis thinks they can win some games. In fact, stated right out that they want to go to a bowl game this year, which is win 5 games. They can't go to the playoffs because they're an independent. They're a big team, and they've got some speed. Now, again, they're young, and they're going to make mistakes. And, even under Davis, the Bayside teams were mistake-prone at times. So, we'll see. I think that Heritage may have a quicker path to at least being a decent team than maybe some of the other new schools.
All right, well, let's meet Nicole Shiver. Satellite has already benefited from the careers of Caitlin Shiver and Ashley Shiver, who are now at Florida State and the University of Georgia, respectively. We talked to Nicole about what to expect from the Satellite cross-country team this year and what to expect around Brevard County. Nicole, first let me ask you about genetic reality. You're the third Shiver, third prominent Shiver. Your mom ran. Is it something you 3 ladies inherited from her, or did she just encourage you or let you decide on your own, or how did all this success from this family come about?
There was a rule in our family ever since we were kids that she didn't care what we did, but we had to do something athletic. And with her running all the time and races on the weekend, and she would always take us there, it just encouraged us to get into it and love it,
Ashley told me at least 2, maybe 3 years ago that you were going to be the best athlete of the family, and that probably that would show itself most in soccer. But you say you're not sure yet. Where are you heading, or do you even know yet?
I don't know about the best athlete. It seems, in my opinion, we're all kind of equal. We just have different interests, and I'm a little undecided on what I want to do as far as college, and if I want to play soccer, or I want to run, or just really undecided.
Do you what do you like about soccer that maybe would pull you or make her think? Is that you think your best physical skill? You're thinking maybe what you need to do to get a scholarship, or what?
I think I have more talent in running, but I love the team aspect of soccer. I like being around people. I'm more of a social person, more social than both my sisters. So.
Okay, now your expertise on the local running scene. Satellite, of course, fantastic in a lot of things, but cross country's been one of those at the front. But Juliana Stern and Ashley Shiver gone. So is it wide open now? Are there people that are standing out, or what do you think we're going to see from the team this year?
We did lose a lot of our top runners, but we also gained a lot of new younger runners that are willing to put forth the effort. So I think we're going to have a great team this year.
Are certain names coming to the front yet? Is it too early? Do you know some girls that we should look for this year?
Molly Hibbard and Katy Perry are probably up there in the top 3. We have a couple others. I know we have a new runner that just moved here that's doing really well.
What about the area? Just as the top 2 are gone from Satellite, the top 3 or 4 are gone from Brevard County. Who are some girls? You mentioned a girl from Melbourne. There's Danielle Lesk at Rockledge. Who are some names to watch for this year, in your opinion?
I would say probably Melbourne. I would say Michelle Atkinson and Alexis, because they did really well track season last year, and I can only see them just getting better and better.
And finally, Ashley won a state championship. Y'all have had people up there near the top. Is there any reason to think that y'all won't be in the picture again when it comes to October this year and November?
Not at all. I see us being right up there again. I mean, we're going to have to work a lot harder this year, but I definitely see us being up there at state again.
As I said, we're right across the street from the beach. Mike's got his surfboard in his car, and he'll be heading over there for some big waves. Let's take a look at the surf report.
Okay, thanks. Well, you know, Hurricane Bill is out there, perfect position to send in lots of great surf all up and down the East Coast. We will certainly have our share over the weekend. Saturday looks to be just a fantastic day for surfing. It's a day that you do not want to miss. Sunday looks like it'll still be great fun at all breaks. Here's what I see going on. Saturday, the ground swell, long anticipated from Hurricane Bill. We've been watching this for a week. We'll start filling in at all Brevard County beaches. The ground swell from the storm is going to be in the 15 to 17 second interval range. That gives us almost Hawaii style waves. And we're looking at surf approaching 7 feet, 8 feet. There could be some 9 and 10 foot faces. The remnants of Anna going up the Gulf Coast will give us a slight offshore breeze rotation early Saturday morning. We're looking at great weather conditions. There could be some rain and all, but we're looking at slight offshore winds early Saturday morning. Surf in the 4 to 7 to 8 foot range depending on where you go. Just epic conditions. We're all very excited about this. This is the kind of surf that Florida surfers wait for every year during this time of the year. Sunday looks like it'll be a lot of fun as well. Surf will remain in the chest to head high range as the storm moves on up off the Carolinas. I still expect favorable winds early in the morning and then mostly southerly to southeast winds later in the day, and I would say that the surf's going to be anywhere in the chest high range to head high range depending on where you want to go. I'll be out there. You need to get out there. Be sure and loosen up, stretch, get in good shape, get those paddling muscles going. Get ready for an all-day event, surf all day. I'll see you out there. This is Bob Freeman for Florida Today.
Well, Peter Kerasotis is not in the studio today. He'll be back in a couple of weeks, but he was in Vero Beach recently to look at some virtual golf. Let's take a look at that story.
Hi, this is Peter Kerasotis from Florida Today. I'm with Eric Lugris with 4Golf, president and founder of it. As you can see behind me, we're kind of smack dab in the middle of a golf simulator, but this one is very unique. It's cutting edge. We're going to find out some various aspects of it, what it's being used for, what the future is, and also we're going to show you a little demonstration of how fun it is to play a hole and ultimately, if you'd like, a round of golf on all kinds of different golf courses from around the country on this simulator. So first of all, Erica, thanks very much. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking at behind us, what the uses are, and what's unique about this particular golf simulator.
Absolutely, Peter. What we're looking at and what we're sitting in right now is what's called a PGA Tour Sim Surround. Now, the PGA Tour Sim Surround is manufactured and produced by a company in Maumee, Ohio called About Golf. About Golf has a 6-year worldwide exclusive with the PGA Tour to produce this simulator and other types of simulators under the PGA Tour brand. And you can see how nice that is. As far as the technology is concerned, what makes this machine and simulator so compelling is that you have the visual experience of 180 degrees, 170 to 180 depending on the configuration. And the courses are from all over the world. We have video analysis integrated into it through AG Flicks to show your swing and getting that real-time data. You take the shot, you get to see your swing right there, right after you take it.
And that's in trouble, as you can see. I think I've hit it in the ocean.
The technology that's gone into this, Eric, explain a little bit about some of the technology and how precise this machine is.
Sure. Highly accurate. And the reason being is because of the machine vision cameras. High-speed photography is what's being used. And it tracks the ball. There is no necessity for any type of infrared lights. The ball does not require to hit the screen. That ball is being tracked by technology that has been around for a long time. Very accurate technology that companies like Intel have used. But now, About Golf has figured out a way to make it work for golf.
So what are some of the things going forward with this particular simulator for youth golf, for pro golf, for people just wanting to have fun, those types of things? What are some of the applications and some of the things that we're going to see this particular simulator being able to do?
Sure. Absolutely. You know, right now there are currently a lot of applications that are already out there. You know, About Golf's Korean partners, that's where it all started. You know, it's an ongoing trend. And what happened is that they had somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 golf cafes with a simulator, single screen, nice place where you could go. In 2006, they had somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,500. In some of the northern climates, you'll see indoor golf centers where they'll mix the entertainment and the golf. What we're really looking to do is focus primarily on the improvement of your game. Because with improvement comes fun. If you're not improving, you're not having a whole lot of fun. And our focus is we'd like to see a lot of these types of performance centers that we're building all around the country and potentially one day all around the world so that people can get together, specifically youth programs through our 18th degree program that we're getting ready to launch, and those folks with disabilities, to give them the ability to be able to feel what a ball is like in flight once again.
And as far as pros are concerned, I know that in watching this, as you mentioned, there's golf courses that you can play from all over the world. Obviously, a lot of those golf courses are golf courses that pros do play on during their various tours, whether some of the minor tours or, of course, the PGA Tour.
Absolutely.
How can it help a pro golfer in preparation for a tournament?
That's an excellent question, Peter. Touring pros, whether they be champions players nationwide or PGA Tour players, they're using this type of technology now. We don't trade on names, but there are tour players that currently have this technology, and why they find it to be so effective is they can play the courses and set the conditions that they're going to have to experience and compete on at those very courses. It gives them instant feedback where they can self-analyze themselves, and they can do it in the privacy of their own home, or they can do it in a center that they may choose to own.
Mike, I had fun. Did you have fun?
Great. We got outside, got away from all our bosses.
I'll let you go so you can get surfing, but let's do this again next week at Merritt Island High School. We'll be in Cocoa. We're at Satellite. We'll be at Merritt Island next week. Join us during the week at floridatoday.com and in print, Florida Today.